Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be going over how to do the side splits. So instead of doing the front to back, we're going to be going out to the sides. This is perfect for anybody who plays goalie in hockey like myself. This is the way that I taught myself how to do it, so I'm going to try and help you learn how to do it at home as well. So the first way that I like to do this is by just getting into a frogger. Again, this is a very standard stretch for a lot of goalies, just trying to rock those hips back using your hands as you need to just get yourself warmed up. So what that looks like from the side is getting into a wide knee position, toes out to the side like this, and then just rocking back and forth, really stressing that internal rotation that we feel when we get into our butterfly. So once we kind of get into a position that we feel a little bit comfortable in, we can try and sit up, and then again, try and just let our butt try and get to the floor as close as we can. I'm a little bit tight today, so I'm not quite getting to the floor, but the idea is to sit here as comfortably as possible, so that way we can build some of that internal rotation strength in our hips, as well as comfort being in a vulnerable position. From here, and go back to the front, what I want to do from this position here is, again, trying to kick one side out at a time and going into more of a groin rocker. So again, just trying to get that butt back as far as we can, keeping this leg and knee straight, trying to get this groin down to the floor. Again, using your hands as needed, because I don't want you to get stuck in any position, right? So support is good here when we're working on mobility. As it gets easier, then you can start sitting up and you can try and go into a more like hip hinge to hip press, pushing those hips forward, really feeling a deep, deep stretch on the front, top part of the groin in the front. Then kicking it over to the other side. And again, same thing. My left one here, I've pulled a few times, so it's not nearly as flexible as it used to be. But as I start rocking back and forth, it becomes easier and easier to get that butt back. And then as soon as I feel comfortable, coming back up, and again, trying to press through there, using those glutes while that leg is out to the side, trying to keep that knee straight as best as we can, pushing from our hips and using that lower core to help keep us balanced. From here, what I want to do is kick one side out as far as you can, and then slowly try and inch the other side out as well. So as you get wider and wider, it becomes harder and harder to get that butt back as far as we can. Again, finding that spot that feels uncomfortable and sitting in it, right? We want to feel comfortable in these vulnerable positions. So just letting that, you can kind of see my leg shake here a little bit. Again, getting ourselves comfortable where we are uncomfortable. Same thing, other side. So again, trying to kick that leg out as far as we can, and then trying to widen that frogger and getting that deep, deep stretch on the left side here. And again, finding that uncomfortable spot, getting us into position and trying to relax into it. So breathing, making sure that we are trying to make ourselves comfortable. And then from there, again, trying to keep widening it, right? So the wider we can go, the better. What I need to do here, because I'm tight, is I want to get something to give me some stability, right? So I want to be able to hold on to something. And the way that I want to do that is getting into a position here where I feel a little bit vulnerable. Again, trying to keep myself upright, so that way I'm using less strength. I'm using more of my arms to allow myself to go back as far as I can and pressing up as far as I can as well, pushing into this bar here. So you can use a coffee table at home, you can use a couch, a chair, whatever is available to you that is close to you. And then again, don't be afraid to put some weight on this to get yourself up from that position. All right? And then last thing that I like to try and do, again, is just sitting in this position here, kicking one leg out as far as we can, and then reaching with the other leg, trying to get ourselves into position and using our hands to kind of, again, help us stay comfortable in that vulnerable position. So just holding here as long as we can, Again, I'm pretty tight today, so this is feeling very, very good. But again, if I go a little bit further, I don't want to strain myself while we're here. So another thing you can think of while you're in this position is trying to push your feet down. Again, trying to turn on those groin muscles. Because again, it's not about just getting into position. It's about being strong in that position as well in the crease. So holding here for a little bit, and then we can kind of roll out of it. And again, sitting in a comfortable position, so that way we're getting that stretch on the front of our hips too, stressing that internal rotation. I hope you're able to use this video at home to help increase the width of your butterfly, get you comfortable in those uncomfortable positions in the crease, and as well as getting those splits ready so that way when you do the splits on the ice, going post to post, you're not going to hurt yourself.